What's up guys, I'm Chris Doughty, aka Doughtinator. Welcome back to the channel. This week we're at Autopolis Group 1. Absolutely fantastic combination in my opinion. However, Group 1 hated by many, Autopolis hated by many, so it could be a double hate weekend for a lot of people. On screen right now is my qualifying lap. I hopped on, I had about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get this qualifying lap, and actually hooked up an absolutely fantastic lap. It got me into 29th in EMEA at the time, as we get a bit sideways on the corner entry there. The Audi R18 is the dominant car in qualifying, but the hybrid doesn't often last a full race. Also, before we begin, we're going to get into a race very shortly. Thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. We've hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. It happened a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. We've also got access to the community tab for YouTube, so expect to see some community posts from myself. Superb to have you on board. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. Always good to have everybody along. And also, if you'd like to get faster in GT Sport, then check out the description below for the link to the Race Asylum Discord. There are plenty of league events, race teams, lots of fast races to discuss, how to get faster in GT Sport, some opportunities for coaching either on live stream or one-to-one sessions. So get involved with the Race Asylum Discord. This is a Monday Madness race. This was live streamed on Basic Ollie's channel. And it's quite a stacked lobby, and look who's on pole. It's me in the Race Asylum Toyota TS050. Now, it's not a usual Super Mad Monday. I guess the combination isn't to everybody's taste, but nevertheless we do line up on pole in a live stream that Basic Ollie's running. So significant event for me. In this particular race, soft tyres and medium tyres are available. Both are required. There's no problems with fuel. What we're going to do is we're going to go straight for the soft tyres and just make a break for it. The undercut is strong. If you did notice in the starting list there, Tuneablecoyote starting from the back on an alt account. Tuneablecoyote, I think it was third in EMEA at the time of recording this video. So he's a fast driver, but we know dirty air is very difficult to get through. So it might be difficult for him to get anywhere from the back of the grid. So we're going to warm our tyres into turn 1, a little bit of warming into turn 2 as well. Has to be said, the daytime setting that they chose for this daily race C is superb. A little bit of it's either dusk or dawn, I don't know which one it is. But with the LMP1 cars with their lights on in this half lit track, it just looks fantastic. You cannot disagree that GT Sport is one of the best looking games. I love Group 1 cars. For me, these are the epitome of race cars. They are the endurance cars. They're super fast, great to drive with the high downforce. I understand they're a bit frustrating in the slipstream with the dirty air, but it's all part of the game. So right now we're looking to hit perfect laps, try and make a break for it from the chasing pack. We do know there'll be a lot of drivers on the medium tyres in the mid pack that we're pitting early to make that undercut. So right now I'm actually going to be pushing hard. I'm not going to be worried about making my soft tyres last. I'm going to be pushing hard to get the biggest gap possible so that nobody can undercut me when we come to make our pit stop. So that's worked out pretty good for lap 1. Solid lap across the line there. Womble Boss, aka Womble Leader, we talked about him in my video about race strategy and race lap guiding, as Basic Ollie is going to be passed into turn 1. It seems the car of choice is the Toyota TS050 or the Porsche 919. So we're going to just look through the order now to see where everybody is, and we're going to come across something very interesting that I had no idea at the time. So Tuneablecoyote has done 1 lap on mediums. He's changed to softies. He's going to make them go the whole race. At the time, I had no idea. It was completely off my radar from the back of the grid. He wasn't on the leaderboard feed, so we had no idea what was going on with that pit stop. So my strategy here was just to run fast from the front and maximize what we could do, using everything we talked about in my previous video about how to do race laps at Autopolis. So One thing to note here, because of the time of day, it looks like the rubber that's laid down from my lap guide isn't there anymore. So more difficult to drive with these track conditions maybe. The level of grip seems about the same, but I think it's all good there. So we're basically looking now to get the most out of these soft tyres, make a break for it, and already we've got a big gap to the, I think, Russian driver in second place, and we are going to just try and put as best we can the best lap times. Down the straight now, I'm going to shift the brake bias to the rear. Front tyres are the limiting factor here, so I wanted to preserve those, make sure we've got as much turn in as we can. So we're going to be cautious into turn one the first time using +5 brake bias. In the top right of your screen is Womble Boss, aka Womble Leader, king of strategy, and he's going to be on the medium tyres, so he's not really too far behind, so that could be a threat as the race goes on, and we'll see how that one plays out. So keep an eye on the leaderboard. We're going to be looking to skip forwards a little bit now, skipping forwards lap number 4 as we cross the line to start lap number 5. We're going to go down the main straight. Our lap times are improving, but check out that lap time from Tuneablecoyote on the left side of your screen as Womble Boss to the pits, taking off those medium tyres. So Womble Boss is going to make his pit stop. He's going to go for the early undercut on that tyre change, and he's going to exit the pits now. As we're going to see Womble Boss exiting the pits, Tuneablecoyote takes him on that pit stop strategy. Unknown to us at the head of the field, Tuneablecoyote has pulled an absolute blinder, a mega undercut like you'd never believe. Is he going to get to the end of the race on those soft tyres? He's got 11 laps to do on those soft tyres. Switching back to us, we're going to be getting a little bit wild with our driving now. These soft tyres for me were really going off, and I'm only on lap 5. So I can't imagine how Tuneablecoyote, I mean, it almost made a mistake there. How is Tuneablecoyote going to get to the end of the race on his tyres? So we're skipping forwards now, lap number 6. We're going to make our pit stop. It's maybe a little bit early to come off the soft tyres, but I wanted to minimise the amount of time that the other drivers had on their brand new soft tyres over myself. So we do make that pit stop, and we come out in what's provisionally the lead. The driver ahead still hasn't pitted, so skipping forwards now, the driver ahead has pitted. We are in the lead of the race. At the time, Tuneablecoyote, I saw him approaching behind. I thought he was a pit stop behind. I thought I'd made a pit stop and he hadn't made his pit stop yet, so I didn't really defend this too much. I knew he had the pace, and then I was just planning on just following him. The difficulty is now, I'm on medium tyres. The cars behind me, Womble Boss, has closed in, and the car behind him, they're on the soft tyres, and I would have been okay, but I've got the dirty air from Tuneablecoyote on my medium tyres, and I've got nothing, absolutely nothing. So everybody's closing in massively to the back of me, and we're going to get a bit of a trolley train going as we're going to cross the line now. Womble Boss is absolutely hot on our heels, and possibly within a threat of a pass at the end of the straight. So we try to get focus on getting the best entry into this straight as possible, get the maximum velocity down the straight. It looks like we've got a good enough gap. Switching to the TV replay now, looks like we've got a safe gap to Womble Boss down that straight. Maybe that hybrid in that Porsche 919 isn't quite as good as the hybrid in the Toyota towards the end of this race, but right now, when I was driving this race, I was just expecting Tuneablecoyote to pit, and as we'll see as the race progresses, he doesn't. He absolutely doesn't, and completely it completely caught me by surprise. Unbelievable strategy from Tuneablecoyote, unbelievable driving to get those tyres to the end of the race. As we look now at this fantastic looking replay camera, Womble Boss is threatening. We're going to brake as late as we dare and carry this speed, perhaps a little bit too much speed, but we gather it up. These medium tyres, like for like, are probably between 1.3 seconds a lap slower. So that's how much tyre disadvantage we've got. However, Womble Boss has all of the filthy, dirty air off the back of my Toyota TS050 to deal with. And also, both these drivers... No, sorry, Womble Boss is in the Porsche 919. and I'm not sure the hybrid on that car is that good. It might be fading towards the end of the race, so through this tight twisty section towards the end of the lap, we're going to smash it across the curb to get the most speed down the straight. We don't have slipstream from the driver ahead, and Womble Boss is going to close in. We don't go defensive. We're going to still look to get the best apex speed we can, maybe a little bit deep on the corner from myself, but we managed to keep it in the track. And now we're actually commentating on our race like we did with the Race Asylum Pro-Am Championship, which is actually fantastic to do. But this time we're in the race, and it's actually superb looking LMP1 cars at this Autopolis racetrack. So crawling all over the curbs there, trying to not give anything to the inside for Womble Boss. But Womble Boss is in a difficult situation now because he has a threat from behind, getting stuck behind me as we got a little bit wide and we just gather it up. He's got stuck in my slipstream. He cannot progress forwards. He's definitely compromised with his lap time pace. It's allowed fourth place driver to close in as we're a little bit wide on corner exit. Tuneablecoyote seems to be checking out, and yeah, he's not got much tyres left, but it's certainly a lot better than I thought they were. But he's going to be looking to put some consistent lap times to get into the end of the race. And my focus now is just to hit every single apex. Not give Womble Boss a chance down the inside at all, because as soon as Womble Boss can get to the inside, that move will be done. I've got nothing to come back on. Wide corner entry to get a tight corner exit to get the maximum velocity down the main straight, and we get a good exit, pull to the inside just to break a little bit of slipstream, and it looks like Womble Boss is under threat from the driver in fourth position. So Womble Boss has gone defensive. That's ideal for us because he's racing backwards, not forwards, as we're a little bit wide into turn one. But we managed to gather that one up, and we live to drive another day. This battle for second place is going to go to the wire. We're on the penultimate lap, and we're going to be threading through this twisty section. The car's nose to tail. Womble Boss looks to the inside, but nothing there. He has to be mindful of that driver in fourth position. And we've made a massive break from most of the pack. Basic Holly is in this race, not his most enjoyable race, it seems. He hates the Group 1 cars, but yeah, he doesn't really feature too much. Womble Boss just offset to the inside, possibly just to deter the driver in fourth place from making a move. So yeah, Womble Boss is basically in a sandwich between these two Toyotas, and he's going to be thinking about defending, thinking about attacking. Difficult situation to be in. Yeah, I think Womble Boss right now is defending more than attacking. The driver in fourth position is looking for a way round, but it's going to be starting the last lap any minute now, and we've made a little bit of a break for it through that sequence of corners, looking to get that wide entry, tight exit for maximum exit speed. We're going to get down the main straight now for the crossing the lap, crossing the line to start the final lap. Are we going to have enough of a gap into turn one? It looks like so far we're not going to be under threat, hitting our braking points absolutely perfectly, just running to the edge of the curb. These LMP1 cars are fantastic to drive when you have got clear air like we have now. On these medium tyres, they're a little bit compromised, but we're managing to keep the momentum up through these corners, flowing all the way through the track, as we discussed before in my race lap guide video. Finding your flow in this track is exactly what you need to do. A little bit of swaz on corner exit. Is that side by side for Womble Boss? It looks like he's managed to keep that position, barely trying to keep the car in the track limits, and we must just survive there. So we've got one big braking zone now into this hairpin. It looks like we've got the gap. We're going to get deep on the brakes just to make sure we can't give an inch on the corner entry, and we're going to go down into this difficult downhill braking zone. We don't want to go too deep in this corner. We're just going to clip that curb, get that rotation, running right to the edge of the track, and we're going to make sure we keep it in the track limits now. Pretty much unable to pass through here, just want to park the car on every apex, and we should be safe maybe to the line. We can make sure we don't get too much over rotation from that left-hander there, and we need to make sure we don't leave our inside open for this final corner here. It looks like we are safe. Tuneablecoyote is going to take that with an unbelievable undercut. We're going to fire it to the line, get on the flashes. Superb driver. I was really satisfied with that one. So yeah, Womble Boss is going to push us all the way home and finish in third position. Let me know in the comments below what you think to that race. Do you like Group 1? Do you like Autopolis? What did you think of Tuneablecoyote's drive? My opinion, that was unbelievable. 11 laps on soft tyres, absolutely unbelievable stuff. If you have enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, hit that like button. Hopefully there'll be other videos linked on screen right now, so check them out. Also, don't forget to check the description below for the link to the Race Asylum Discord, and we'll see you next time.